everyone. Welcome to This Day. It is Friday, January 6th. We have a couple of meetings to tell you about. One is at 9:30 this morning, and that is the third board agenda prep, and that will be in the Willow Room. And then at 10:30, we have the third board special open meeting, and that will also be in the boardroom. All right, on our show today, we have Lisa Bender and Paul Kratzer here on behalf of the Theater Guild of Laguna Woods. Then we have Sports Corner with Cole and Advanced Ear Care with Stuart Spencer. And let's take a look at our weather. Well, we are looking at rainy skies still through today, and it's going to be very wet. So we'll go ahead and look at 60-44, 63-48, 61-50, 62-52, 60-50. And let's go ahead and take a look at our weather. If you are traveling this weekend, 61-51, San Diego 64-48, Santa Barbara 60-48, Palm Springs 67-48, Tahoe, Big Bear, and Mammoth varying temperatures for the daytimes, 35, 42, and 29, overnight 25, 23, and 17, and Las Vegas 58, 40. And they are looking at snow in Tahoe and Mammoth. Our sunrise this morning was at 6:56. Our sunset will be at 4:58. And just to keep you apprised that there are new hours for the table tennis room. They will be from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday, and then on the weekends, 12 to 5. All right, when we come back, we will have the folks from the Theater Guild, so stick around.
Achieve a level of comfort you've never known before. The Daydreamer will take you through smooth movements and guide you effortlessly into your favorite positions. Adjust the power pillow for ideal support for your head and neck. This and our positioning technology allows for infinite relaxation. Lay back in zero gravity while watching TV and put your body and mind at ease. Lift your spirits and find your favorite daydream. Contact your local Golden retailer today.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there's something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
I'm an entrepreneur and have been struggling with staying focused on tasks. I needed something to help me with focus and memory and have found the holy grail of multivitamins. MindSense One has removed my brain fog and now I have better clarity and can focus on tasks and remember names and places much better. MindSense One helps support the 8 indicators of brain health.
Purchase at mindsense.info or available at these fine retailers.
I'm so happy to recommend Dr. Fairman. I've been going to her for 9 years. She's done implants, crowns, bridges, root canals, and I've been happy with everything that she's done. The staff is so friendly and pleasant, kind, and gentle. I would recommend her to anyone.
We are now fully open for all your dental needs and invite you to come in and experience the brilliant smile difference.
We are close to Gate 6 near Snooty Fox Restaurant behind Coco's.
Welcome back. Well, as I mentioned, we have 2 folks here from the Theater Guild. We've got Paul Kratzer and Lisa Bender. Well, thank you both for joining me today. Very nice to see you. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Glad to be here.
And, you know, Theater Guild always has something going on. And, of course, we see you again because there's always something that Paul is involved in, for sure, right?
Many things.
I know. He did not let retirement go to waste. So tell me about the collaboration between the Lutheran Heritage Club and the Theater Guild.
So the Lutheran Heritage Club wants to collaborate with other clubs as much as possible.
Sure.
And the Lutheran Church and the Theater Guild have had other partnerships in the past, but now we have a new pastor and we sort of reignited. So So Pastor got to meet Lisa last week. We're going to be providing space for Theater Guild workshops coming up.
Oh, good.
Which is an absolutely amazing thing for us to have because space is so limited within the village.
Right.
And we want to run these workshops for our members. And so Pastor Paul and the Lutheran Heritage Club have agreed to do that. So it's a
I love it.
wonderful collaboration.
Yeah, and that's a great opportunity because, as you just mentioned, the clubhouses can get so busy with over 250 clubs.
Right.
So you're constantly fighting for space. So I
Right.
think that's really nice. So that's good. And you know, Paul's fun. He's quite the speaker, and
Yes.
he likes it.
That's right.
You can tell.
Yes.
He's going to be in a Theater Guild production later this
Oh no,
year.
is he really?
And-
How'd you swing that one?
And we're going to have a couple of a sextet of the Theater Guild members performing at the Lutheran Heritage Club in a couple of weeks.
Oh, wow, wow.
that'll be
Well,
fun.
You guys have a lot of things coming up, so
Yeah.
I think that's really a great collaboration. Now, I know that you guys have done workshops in the past, and you have a variety of workshops, and we can just briefly go over the workshops that you'll have coming
Sure.
up.
Okay, so this semester, we have 7 workshops
Okay.
open to our members, and you need to be a member to be part of the workshop.
Right.
We're going to have one that is Introduction to Musical Theater,
good.
where we have somebody who's been, a singer, SAG artist since she was age 9.
Wow.
And she is going to teach a course for those folks, and they need to bring an a cappella with them or sheet music, so
Okay.
we're doing that.
Okay.
We're repeating some courses, the voice and diction for the stage, which is very popular, and we filled all the slots the first day we opened it up, and there's a waiting list right
Okay,
now, right?
okay.
A new workshop is going to be an introduction to character development. Okay, and that's going to be taught by Nicole Aloni, who was prominent in our Le Grand Fromage gala that we had to hold scholarships for our high school students, and she's both a chef and an actor, and she'll be fabulous.
Okay.
I'm going to be teaching with Barb Torino for the first time an introduction to improvisation,
Okay.
which is really fun. And Paul,
I'm doing one called The 7 Basics of Drama, really just for people who have no experience. They just want to kind of see what it's about.
I feel like I'm back in school again.
It takes 2 hours to do the 7 Basics of Drama, and it's a lot of fun.
But this is great
A ton
because
of
you know
fun.
what? Well, you don't have to necessarily. You're not participating with Emeritus. I mean, I know Emeritus has some things,
Yeah.
Yes.
probably drama and introduction, things like that. But this
we have
kind
a
of dives.
partnership with them too
Yeah,
as
and
well.
this dives even further into certain things, and you can pick and choose, right?
Yes.
So I'm assuming that each workshop is individualized.
That's right,
Okay.
freestanding, individualized, and the way to access registration for the courses is through our website,
Right.
which is
LagunaWoodsLW.com.
It's a Theater Guild.
Theater Guild LW.
Theater
Right,
Guild
right. There we don't know.
LW.com.
Right.
That's okay. There's a lot of information here.
Right.
All right. Excellent. Now, you guys are going to be holding auditions here that are coming up, and that's going to be on January 11th. Tell me about what you're looking for.
So we've got 4 productions coming up that we're auditioning for, kind of a variety of parts available. Some of them you need to memorize your lines, and some of them you don't. There's a couple of parts that have no lines at all. So there's a variety, and we welcome anybody to come and audition that day.
You know, I think I also mentioned that you are looking for people for behind the scenes too. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
Always.
We're
Okay.
always looking for backstage help, people that help us with audio as well. We
Okay.
need people for hospitality.
Yeah.
You know, we do. So we really
Okay.
appreciate people coming to volunteer and
Well,
do
and
some
it's fun
things.
too because, you know, when you're behind the scenes, you can hear everybody do their thing, do their
Right.
mess ups, you know, whatever the case might be.
That's right, and laugh. And we like to consider ourselves a community that is tight-knit with each other,
Yeah.
and we're welcoming to new people.
Well,
It's
right,
not
and
just,
you, and,
right,
and
yes.
you shouldn't be afraid to ever participate with you guys because
Absolutely.
you're always very kind.
And one of the
Absolutely.
plays that we'll be auditioning for is Cafe Murder, which I'm directing, and we perform it in the round with the audience all around us, and we're doing it for a group of ladies from the Segerstrom, so it's kind of a private party, but we do need some actors to join us in that one.
I love it. And see, like you branching out. It's
And
great.
I'm directing one of the Readers Theaters. We're looking for 2 women who have been best girlfriends for 40 or 50 years, and there's a dilemma they have to solve. And it's a comedy.
Okay, all right, well, I'm sure maybe some of those Tales of the Woods ladies might participate.
Right.
Okay, real quick, let's go over your January 17th performance that's coming up.
So yes, the Lutheran Heritage Club meets every Tuesday at lunch, and on the 17th, 6 people from the Theater Guild are coming to sing doo-wop songs and do a little skit for us, and so on. It should be a lot of fun. But
Fun, and
that's our weekly
but that's going to
lunch
be, so that's going to be at the Lutheran
at the
Church of
church.
Christ. Okay, great.
Yes.
All right, perfect. And then the last thing that we're going to talk about is your, this is your monthly meeting, but it's going to be super fun because you're doing Holiday in New York.
Right, so this is a re-showing. This is a film showing of the Holiday in New York show that was presented in December. So if you missed it or you want to see it again, come and see on the 19th.
Right, we had
Clubhouse 5.
We had over 200 people having a rollicking good time with that holiday show, and I'm sure we'll reap the spirit again with this movie showing.
Good, so if you miss it, you can show up then.
Absolutely.
That's perfect. Good, anything I've missed?
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
The website, Theater Guild.
well, the website, yep, we'll get that straightened out for sure, but of course, if anyone has any
right there.
information, they can always go there.
Okay.
Perfect, well, thank you so much for the information.
you.
I'm sure we'll see you again somewhere along
Probably.
the line. And Lisa,
Yes.
we'll see you next time you come
Okay.
on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Bye.
thank you, Lisa.
Bye-bye. And of course, if you want more information about any of the productions that they're doing, auditions, meetings, you name it, you can find it at theaterguildlw.com. We'll be right back.
Great. Thank you.
Looking for a change of scenery? You don't have to play golf to enjoy all that 19 Restaurant and Lounge has to offer. From a delicious breakfast menu to our delectable lunch and dinner specials. At 19 Restaurant and Lounge, there is something for everyone. Relax with your friends and family and take in the beautiful view from our spacious patio. Or enjoy a cocktail and appetizer in our lounge. 19 Restaurant and Lounge is a great place to socialize, enjoy a meal, or simply take in the view. Join us 7 days a week and experience Laguna Woods' exclusive dining experience.
Happy New Year and welcome to the first Sports Corner episode of 2023. I'm Cole Young, and for this first episode, I decided to take a look back at 2022 and all the major sporting events, games, and major news stories that happened. But before I get to that, I have to mention that the college football playoffs took place this past weekend, and my prediction fell just slightly short. I predicted that Georgia and Michigan would be competing for the national championship, but an upset victory by TCU took Michigan out of that equation. TCU will now face off against Georgia in the College Football National Championship on Monday the 9th at SoFi Stadium in LA at 4:30 p.m. I hope TCU can pull out another underdog win, but I think Georgia will repeat and win their second straight title. Now, on to the year's recap. Here we go. To start the year, in January, as I just said, the Georgia Bulldogs took down the powerhouse Alabama Crimson Tide to take home the national championship trophy. Later in the month, the NFL saw some of the most electric playoff games in recent history, which led to the Bengals and Rams earning their spots in the Super Bowl. In early February, the NHL All-Star Game proved to be one of the most entertaining sporting events of the year, especially this shot from Anaheim Ducks star Trevor Zegras. The Winter Olympics quickly followed, and the world watched as Shaun White performed his last ever run in the Olympics. Towards the middle of February, former Lions and current Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford led the LA Rams to a Super Bowl victory over the Cincinnati Bengals in front of a home crowd at SoFi Stadium. With March Madness then underway, the 15-seed St. Peter's shocked the world by taking down powerhouse schools and becoming the first 15 seed to reach the Elite Eight. At the end of the madness, to start off April, legendary Duke head coach, known as Coach K, rode off into the sunset after announcing his retirement following a Final Four loss to North Carolina. UNC would move on to the national title game, but Kansas would launch the largest comeback in NCAA finals history to earn their program another national championship. Not long after, the world watched with joy as Tiger Woods returned to the Masters. Scottie Scheffler would go on to win this event. In May, who could forget the Angels' historic start to the season? Unfortunately, we know how the year would end out for them. On to June, halfway done. Steph Curry would yet again lead the Golden State Warriors to a championship against the Boston Celtics. Katie Ledecky continued her dominance with her 5th consecutive world title in the 800-meter freestyle. Who could forget the Avalanche winning and then becoming the fastest team ever to dent the Stanley Cup? In July, we saw Novak Djokovic win his 4th consecutive Wimbledon title and 7th overall. Through August, Sue Bird said farewell and announced her retirement, Shohei Ohtani broke all kinds of records, and Hawaii won the Little League World Series. In September, 2 of the greatest athletes to walk the earth, Serena Williams and Roger Federer, announced their retirements. And of course, the NFL season got off to a hot start. October brought us some incredible upsets, both in the college and pro football world, including Tennessee taking down Alabama. The Phillies also became the team of destiny, upsetting several teams in their path and making their way to the World Series, only to fall just short to the Houston Astros. In November, Michigan won the game on the road, and the World Cup kicked off. To close off the year, USC collapsed in the Pac-12 championship game to miss out on the playoffs, but quarterback Caleb Williams would win the Heisman. Lionel Messi secured his spot as the greatest player of all time with a World Cup win for Argentina. UCLA women's soccer pulled off one of the greatest comebacks in sports history to win a national title. The Vikings did achieve the biggest comeback in NFL history after being down 33 points. Alex Ovechkin became the 3rd person in NHL history to score 800 goals. And as I mentioned to start the show, Georgia and TCU would win their respective bowl games to make their way into the national championship game. What a year it was in sports. Thank you for tuning in to Sports Corner and joining me all throughout the past year, and I can't wait to see what 2023 holds. For now, enjoy the championship game on Monday and savor the final week of the NFL regular season. I'm Cole Young, enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you next time.
Did you hear the big news? The FDA announced the over-the-counter hearing aid program. It's been 6 years in the making. And what does that mean to you if you wear hearing aids or if you're thinking about wearing hearing aids for the first time? Most people are asking themselves, what is an over-the-counter hearing aid? Would it work for me? Where do I get them to try? How much do they cost? For over 40 years, Advanced Ear Care has been helping answer questions just like this. Call us today and find out more. And remember, tell them Stuart sent you.
Welcome back. As I mentioned, we have Stuart Spencer, who is here on behalf of Advanced Ear Care. Well, welcome. How are you today?
I'm doing fantastic, Lisa. Nice to be here. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And, you know, there's a lot going on in the world of hearing these days, lots of new technology. And also, one thing we were talking about beforehand is open enrollment, which goes on through December 7th. And there's some great news regarding some of that for hearing, correct?
Yeah, so, you know, finally, right, you know, I mean, 40 years I've been doing this, and so now they have, you know, some third-party programs that actually participate in purchasing hearing aids. Mm-hmm. So they're all very different. So sometimes you have to get the hearing aid from them and we fit it. Sometimes it's just a mail order hearing aid. Sometimes it's a discount off of our hearing devices and our hearing systems. So you really have to know what you're getting into, because a lot of people look at this open enrollment and it says they cover hearing aids. They think, oh, you know, then it'll just include free hearing aids. And that's not the case at all. Okay. You know, so there's a lot of detail that they need to go into. And we have all those programs. If they want details, you know, they can call us and we'll tell them exactly, you know, what benefit each program has.
Oh, good.
So we do it all the time, you know, every day. Yeah.
So they would be able to call you and say, okay, I've signed up for this particular plan. Can you tell me what it covers? So you'll be able to tell them exactly what it covers.
That's right.
Okay, so let's say it does cover an over-the-counter one, let's just say. And I know you have over-the-counter ones today, which generally are less expensive, but do not have all the bells and whistles.
Right. So that's a whole different thing, right? Yeah. So, you know, the FDA announced their whole, you know, rollout program of, you know, their over-the-counter hearing aids. And honestly, what is an over-the-counter hearing aid?
Yeah.
Nobody knows, and they don't know, what the difference is. And, I kind of look at it, similar, people kind of understand, the difference in quality, but like, let's say with a car, you don't get a Porsche or Mercedes-Benz, for a Kia price.
Yeah.
But here, it's not even that. It's like you get a bicycle,
Oh.
So it's like, it doesn't work the same way at all.
I see.
So, and people don't realize that. They kind of think, oh, gosh, I'm going to get, $5,000 hearing aids for $200,
No.
And that's not the case. So, it's just an educational process. We have everything, We have the over-the-counter products, right up to the state-of-the-art, top-of-the-line,
Right.
system. So, they're always welcome to come in and we'll show them all the differences. And that's really the thing, is it's just an educational process.
Well, right, and I do think that people misunderstand that, oh, I can't afford that hearing aid because it has so much. However, there are many programs and even some insurances that will help them get the ones that they need.
Oh gosh, there's everything available. We have so many good quality products, hearing devices that are really, really effective and have a lot of bells and whistles. Connect to the telephone, connect to your TV, streaming services, just good quality hearing aids we can program, at really reasonable prices. So everybody's got a budget that they want to work with, and we can fit that right in there. So
do you have some sort of a benefit program, or sometimes you walk in and we have our own kind of insurance or something like? Do you have something like that?
We have everything. We really do. There's Audubell has an incredible line of variety of payment programs.
Oh, okay.
So people can pay off over, all the way up to 5 years if they want
okay.
to. But typically it's a year to 18 months with 0% interest. So it kind of breaks it down for them so they don't have to come up with, the money right up front,
Yes.
no matter what price point it's at.
Okay.
So, we have all those programs. We have insurance programs. We have service programs for people that bought over-the-counter hearing aids somewhere else, because they get them, they don't know what to do with them.
Yeah.
How does it? People come in there backwards and hanging out of their ears, and they don't know how to use them. And so this really helps them out, and they can kind of buy into that service end of things, if that's what they want to do. So we've got a lot of variety out there.
How do you upgrade? So let's say you bought hearing aids that maybe are 10 years old, and you want to take advantage of some of the new technology.
Sure.
How do you do that?
Sure. So we take a look at exactly what they have, and we give them a discount, towards the purchase of a new one. So it helps them to kind of break that price down and get into something much better, so that they're a lot happier with the way they're hearing.
Well, that's good, because otherwise they'd be stuck with those and they'd probably hate them and not use them, and then everybody else is unhappy because they can't hear you.
Right. Well, and the thing that we find there is that people only know the way they hear, so they have hearing aids that are 5 or 6 years old, and they do hear better when they wear them.
Yeah.
But they wear something newer, they're like, oh my gosh, Stuart,
Right.
This is so much better.
Yeah.
And so they recognize the difference right away.
Yeah. Well, what are some of the solutions do you guys have? So you have what's hearing care solutions? What's that?
So, Hearing Care Solutions, Nations Hearing, True Hearing, Blue Cross Blue Shield, those are all the third-party insurance programs,
Okay.
That we're affiliated with.
Got it, okay.
So that's what we were speaking about earlier. Is that we can tell them, what all those different programs provide for them.
Okay, good. And you mentioned AARP, so that's another program too.
Yeah, that's right. Absolutely.
All right, perfect. And then just tell me now, I know obviously you do a lot of the work that's there, and people come to see you, but you also have 3 other providers.
Yeah, we've been really busy, and so we've added some people there. So we have a great, deep staff. We've really got a great team. And so, Mike, that's not a provider, is a practitioner assistant.
Okay.
And he even goes out to people's homes, hooks up their TV streamers, shows them how to use them.
Careful.
So that they can get them. So we do everything. It's a really deep staff, and people really enjoy it. And everybody likes our staff, and really gets along well with them. So it's just comfortable to call us and let us know what you're thinking, and we'll be happy to help you with anything we can.
All right, well, good. And then one last thing, you went and saw Elton John last night. So
That's
tell me
right.
about how that was appropriate for what we're talking about.
Wow. So, the owners of Starkey, are on the board of directors for Elton John's, AIDS Foundation.
Oh, gotcha.
And so, Elton's always supported the Starkey Hearing Foundation for years, personally and promotionally. And, so there's just a lot of affiliation there, and it was just a great concert anyway.
Yeah. Well, it's evidently his retirement concert, so
That's it, yeah.
We'll see whatever happens with that. Well, thank you again for all the information. We appreciate it.
Oh, you're welcome, Lisa. Thanks for having me on today.
You're welcome. If you want more information about what your insurance might be able to cover, please contact Advanced Ear Care at 949-354-0040. We'll be right back.
Are you struggling to hear in your noisy dining room? Do you have to pause and think about what people are saying so you can figure out the words? Do you find yourself lost in conversations? Can you hear, but you don't understand the words people are saying? You need to get on the Ark. No, not Noah's Ark. This is Stewart's Ark hearing aids with artificial intelligence. You will never know how much better you can hear until you listen to the clear sound and noise right in our office. Call us today. Don't miss the boat, and tell them Stewart sent you.
At Healing Hearts Emergency Animal Hospital, we are dedicated to emergency veterinary care through high-quality veterinary services and compassion. We offer state-of-the-art diagnostics at competitive pricing. Our doctors will see and care for dogs, cats, and most exotics. In case of emergency, rest assured Healing Hearts Emergency is here for you when your primary veterinarian is closed. Open nights, weekends, and all major holidays.
Our Friday movie is a classic. A river runs through it, and you will enjoy this film today at 2 p.m. with subtitles, 6 p.m. without subtitles, brought to you by Pacific Financial Planners. Now, just a couple of announcements. The college football championship game is this weekend, and there is going to be a gathering in the Clubhouse 5, and event is free and doors open at 4 and the kickoff is 4:30, so you can enjoy that for free. And if you want more info on that, get in touch with recreation at vmsinc.org. Now, the Astronomy Club is having an event, or just really a gathering, and it's going to be on Wednesday, January 18th at 7 p.m. in Clubhouse 1. Now, they're not telling us much about what's happening, but they're going to check it out for 2023, so make sure you get in touch with Joe Kammer for more info at 805-588-0163. And then just a reminder that the brisket dinner is coming up, and that's going to be January 23rd in Clubhouse 5 at 5 p.m. It's $25 per person, but you can enjoy a ton of delicious things to include chocolate cream pie and key lime pie. And if you want more info on that, also get in touch with Recreation at vmsinc.org. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the weather one last time. Well, we are looking at partly cloudy skies after the rain that we just had the last couple of days. 60-44, 63-48, 61-50, 62-52, and 60-50, again with the showers, but it's only a one-night thing. Then, if you are traveling this weekend, take a look at these numbers. Beaches are looking fairly nice, 61, 64, 60, Palm Springs 67. There will be snow in both Tahoe and Mammoth, but Las Vegas is still on the chilly side, 58-40. Have a great day in the Village. We will be back again right here on Village Television at 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.